So I wanted to come on here and give my take on the Balenciaga situation. For many of you who are probably already aware, they've been embroiled in the scandal where there was a lot of inappropriate photos of young children holding bears and bondage type of, garb, and like total pedo vibes. It's giving like pedophilic vibes, and it's just a lot of really sick, weird stuff that's going on with the Paris-based luxury clothing brand. One of the designers, her name is Lada Volkova. I think she's born in Russia, and her Instagram page had a lot of weird photos of children in very compromised positions. I'm not going to put all of them up here, but this is one of them right here where a little girl was tied to a chair. Totally bizarre. And she's pretty much a demonic looking chick. Looks like she's a Satanist. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's definitely a total weirdo. She says she's not responsible for the photos and all that stuff, but who knows if she's telling the truth or not. These people are always lying. But Andrew Tate had a pretty interesting take on the Balenciaga situation. I've never bought anything Balenciaga myself, and after this, even if I did buy super expensive clothes, I would never buy their clothes now after watching this stuff unfold.
Satanists, people who worship Satan, believe in karmic retribution. They believe that they can suffer the consequence of lying and tricking you. So the very simple premise is this. If I sell poison apples and I write apples and you come and eat one, I poisoned you. But if I sell poison apples and I have a sign that says apples, they're poison, and you come and eat one, you committed suicide. I haven't murdered you. You've committed suicide.
That's what Satanists believe.
Satanists believe by telling you what they're doing, they don't have any karmic retribution. I'm not responsible for the I'm not responsible for all the negative fallout from my actions if they understood what I was doing and allowed me to do it. This is why they show you and tell you what they're doing. If I show you and tell you that we are pedophiles and you continue to buy our products, then you're supporting pedophilia and you're obviously okay with us being pedophiles. If I do it hidden behind your back, then you can argue and say, I didn't know they were pedophiles. But by showing you, I've shown you I'm a pedophile, you still want to wear my t-shirt. So obviously what I'm doing is okay. And this karmic retribution model, the way that Satanists view the world, and when I say Satanists, I genuinely mean people who worship real Satan. The people who are in charge of these brands and in charge of the Western world and in charge of the Matrix genuinely worship Satan. When you understand the idea of karmic retribution, you can apply that to so many scenarios. They're doing this with everything. This Balenciaga thing is not just a messed up advertising campaign and stupid cookies and little hidden things. No, this is pedophiles telling you they're pedophiles. Genuinely in real time.
And when they see you wearing their t-shirt, they're like, you know what? That guy supports me. So turn off the World Cup, burn your Balenciaga, do not shop there.
So yeah, it's no surprise that this would be taking place with the high-end European clothing company. Pederasty, which is the sexual relations between men and little boys, pedophilia, all that crazy stuff's been going on for thousands of years. Ancient Europe has had a pretty warm embrace of all that stuff. They actually have statues of young boys being, sodomized and stuff like that by some of the Greek gods and stuff. And it's nothing new under the sun. And it's not just in Europe, it's global, it's everywhere. It's completely disgusting. I personally believe that in some cases pedophiles should be executed, but that's another conversation for another day. These companies that are putting this stuff in our faces are doing it to see how far we'll allow them to go. They only will go as far as we allow them to go, and as long as we're distracted by social media and embracing our day-to-day routine and our comfortable lifestyles here in the West, we don't really go up in arms about it. They're not going to stop until we make them stop.
Child sex trafficking crackdown by the FBI has recovered more than 80
Corey Feldman once again opening up about the dark side of the spotlight. In a new YouTube video, the former child star vowing to expose a ring of Hollywood pedophiles who he claims have abused thousands of
Elijah
children.
Wood's shocking allegations against the entertainment industry. In a new interview with the Sunday Times, the former child star alleges that pedophilia has been a real issue in Hollywood. He tells the publication, quote, "There are a lot of vipers in this industry, people who only have their own interests in mind."
And there you have it, folks. This is nothing new. It's Hollywood. It's on the day-to-day streets. It's in your neighborhood. It's in the neighborhood up the street from you. It's in the churches. It's in the schools. It's everywhere. And people aren't going to stop until they're held accountable. This is a real big thing in the elite circles. They seem to have an obsession with it. They love using symbolic images to, put in our faces. And we all know that they want to legalize pedophilia. And the liberals, they always do a incremental push to get things that they want. They never take things in one foul swoop, but they're inching closer and closer to it. We've seen all the crazy stuff that they got going on. Remember Jeffrey Epstein's famous orgy island? We know he didn't kill himself. And then, of course, you got drag queen story time. I mean, I'm surprised that it's gotten this far. 50, 60 years ago, this would not have been able to exist in America. The average American male would have went to the library or schoolhouse and busted out windows, flipped over tables, just tore the place up. But we've gotten so soft, we've gotten so weak, and the proliferation of more and more weak men is leading to the degradation of our society. They're openly coming after the children now. I mean, you got grown men putting on costumes with children sitting in their laps. Pedophilia is the final frontier. That is what they want. We all know it. The question is, are we going to let them have it? Are we going to let them go that far? Like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. And stand up. Stand up for this country before we lose it. Peace and blessings.